It's Nomad, and joining me is Mo Farah as we get into the EU closed qualifiers in this match between Minor Atendari and Aggressive Mode. Mo Farah, one word to describe game one, because I think any more than that would be pushing it. Yeah, I think the tut will do, actually. The tut
Ball
is
ache.
fine. Oh, graphic, but yes. The game number one was a bit of a running over, as Aggressive Mode certainly lived up to their name and ran over Minor Atendari's lanes and then ran over their entire faces with a 30-minute victory. No, not even that. I think it was about 25 minutes. A very, very convincing match with a TA, and everybody was running wild on that one. They just picked some very late timings on Aggressive Mode, but when lanes go that badly, you're never going to reach them, and they didn't, and they lost.
So they have first pick for themselves though this time, so that's going to be the game changer. I'm telling you. Where, who's going to get Disruptor, or is anybody going to get Disruptor? Such a good hero.
Maybe I'll get Disruptor.
Why does Thunderstrike do 180 damage at level 1?
It's a pretty cool spell, I think. But that's one of those spells which has been that way for ages, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's that and Lich are the two funny ones at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
They're taking their time deciding what to ban here, which is interesting. They're using a lot of their reserve. Maybe somebody DC'd and we just don't know. Maybe like Spartan DC'd.
Spartan
like
didn't finish his pre-game Wii. What do you, if you've got like a tournament game coming up or something, what do you do to get yourself in the mood, ready to go?
Radiant team pick.
I tend to go for like a walk just before if I can. Even if we're casting or something, I'll try and go for a walk before we start. Just you know, freshen my mind.
Yeah, yeah. Do you gaze at your reflection in some ponds?
Yeah, I do. And there's like some like really like pumping music in the background to help me work up too, you know.
Good.
It's just
good.
the way it goes.
Yeah, important things, important things.
And then you have to go into a lobby and like spam loads of stuff like the pros do. But then like playing Invoker and they just start spamming Deafening Blast for no reason. And I'm sure that whenever you see them on a computer screen, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think they need to do it though. I think they just do it to send a mental message so that when you look across and go, "Oh God, that guy's just like practicing Invoker this entire time. What am I doing? I'm not doing
He's
anything."
just smashing buttons. He must be doing something really important.
Yeah.
And he's like just doing loads of AoE Deafening Blast over and over again.
Probably.
Sky Tiny, dude.
That's a damaging opening. There's them going, "We didn't have enough damage last game. Don't worry. We got it covered this time around."
I mean, it's a completely different kind of opening. I know Baronija likes to play... Baronija likes to play tiny mid as well, so it might come to that. We shall see. Doom's still in the pool if they want to go for it.
Radiant team back.
Yeah, Doom is boring, but
Oh,
it's a good hero. Oh, okay. Darkwella finally made her way into the pool.
the biggest oversight.
Biggest so yeah, a lot of people are going to be distracted this game. Should she be banned? Should she be banned from captain's mode just because she ruins the integrity of pro games?
Yes.
So I think a lot of people find it very hard to watch Dark Willow games and keep their eyes on the action.
Did you see what Kyle put on Twitter this morning?
I'm not sure. Don't think so.
It's a good Dark Willow meme. So
cool.
if anybody in chat's watching, go and look at Kyle's Twitter. It's the most recent thing he posted. It's with Rich as well. It's Rich Campbell, isn't it, his name?
Yeah, Rich Campbell. That's quite good. I'm enjoying that. Unfortunately, having to watch on mute.
Sad times. Okay, so you pick Tiny Sky. What do they want to... I think Omni interesting. I mean, Omni's really good up against Dark Willow, so it makes sense.
Purge,
very good. Also, keeping people alive during the Winter's Curse is very good as well, with the GA and the Purification. Pretty strong lane as well. Kind of shows that the Tiny's going to be the position 1 or 2, but that's fine. I mean, it could be 4, actually, I guess, but I very much doubt it. SF's still in the pool if they want to go for it again on Little Pleb, but why is Little Pleb drafting as well?
because he's a genius. I mean,
Okay,
to be
fair
fair, he's probably the best player on that team.
Yeah.
Most competitive experience.
I recognise their position 4 player as well when they played together.
Yeah, Ian was in the
F4.
original Major Atendari. And some other stack as well. But nothing particularly notable.
They are this Wyvern Widow opening's like feels a little bit awkward. They have the curse into like a terrorize, which is that's really cool. It's pretty cute. But where's their follow-up damage coming through after this? Feels like the Omni Knight completely just destroys both these supports.
Yeah, that's a really nice pick.
Because they're like, oh, we pick Willow. Let's just ban out these 2 illusion heroes that have the purge. Make it really difficult to play Willow. Oh wait, now there's still an Omni Knight.
Yeah, this hero is very annoying. But yeah, they've also got loads of AoE damage to catch the Widow inside her.
Dire team pick.
What's that spell called? Shadow Realm. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a lot of spells to catch her inside that as well, so it's really not a great Dark Widow game so far. But they do grab the Bloodseeker, which combos pretty nicely with the ultimate. So that's something.
Yeah, that's okay. Alright, it's not a great laner up against the Omni Knight, but and it is susceptible to burst damage.
True.
Which, when you're playing against Tiny Sky.
10 seconds.
Sick
remaining.
combos, right? Wyvern sets up with the ultimate, and then Willow gets an easy 4-man ulti. Bloodseeker gets a Rupture out onto one of them. Beautiful stuff. Now they just need a Grimstroke. For the double Rupture.
I imagine you probably want to pick Spartan's hero here. I mean, he could play the Sky Wrath as a 5, but not what I see them going for. Like, Lich is in the pool if they want it, but I don't know.
You know what's a really underrated combo?
What?
Bounty Hunter with Ags with Grimstroke. That is honestly a crazy combo. Like you
Yeah,
can.
it's really good.
I think you do
You've got
about
a bounty
2.2k damage to both heroes. Core. Yeah, Bounty Hunter's in a questionable place right now, especially if he's not in. I think he's got a place as a core, as like a position 1, but still like he just struggles so much on XP as well. It's a really hard hero to make work.
Like, you have no flash farming potential. You're really reliant on getting kills. It's pretty bad against a lot of the good offlaners at the moment.
Yeah, and even if you do get loads of kills with your teams, it doesn't make much difference in the end because you don't get XP, you only get gold from tracks, so you end up really far behind on levels anyway, and then every enemy carrying the game just feels like a huge mountain to you, and you feel like a tiny little rat, which you probably are if you're playing Bounty. Ooh.
Timber. Gets them some good wave clear, which is nice. It lanes up well against the Omni if they want to go for that. Lanes well up against the Tiny as well. So it's an okay pick, but again, they have a decent amount of burst on aggressive mode to be able to try and deal with this Timber. It's not like it's an amazing Timber game.
Yeah, and the silence from the Sky can be very annoying as well. But yeah, I mean, you look at these these heroes, and you've got 2 strength melee heroes. That means the Timbersaw can never truly be a bad pick.
5 seconds remaining.
The thing is, like, the way I look at drafting is Minor Atendari have had 3 picks to counter the aggressive mode picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, one after the other. And I feel like their draft doesn't necessarily look stronger.
No, I kind of agree with you there. And you just look at this aggressive mode draft, and you're just like, they're going to be smashing this Dark Willow, this Bloodseeker, this Wild. The 3 really squishy heroes which can get bursted 100 to 0. I feel like aggressive mode is going to be able to pull that off very easily.
What could they... They need some, like... It depends where they want to play the Timber, I guess. They'll probably want to play it mid, I would assume. Because they assume it's going to be tiny mid. Oh. Okay. I mean, it's a decent OD game. They need to pick a different kind of mid hero now, I think, and just put the Tiny in the side lane.
Let's get Sniper.
I think you put Tiny Skyrath safe lane.
Yeah,
Then put Omni Knight
100%.
Rubik off lane, right?
Yeah.
I mean, TA's still in the pool if they want to just go for that.
Well, it
SF's
depends how
in
you
the
want to
pool
play with the
still.
Tiny. If you want to go aggressive with the Tiny, you pair him with a Skyrath. If you just want him to farm and find a good timing, then I think you put him with a Rubik and just let him have a good time. But yeah, I think most likely it's going to be with the Skyrath, and they'll just try and fight them a bit.
The other thing is they have so much more burst potential on the Tiny Skyrath lane. And you probably want the Skyrath to be the one chasing the Timber around. so he can actually do damage. What do they go for?
What
wonder
do
what
they
they
go
want.
for?
I mean, they could still put the tiny mid if they wanted, but I don't know how good it is.
I want sniper.
Sniper's okay.
Oh, Puck. He makes it all the way through to be that 5th pick.
Skyrath mid?
10th pick, in fact. You reckon?
No, I don't, but you know.
No.
Boo.
It's Boromir on the Puck, yeah. Puck mid versus the OD. This is fine. You just chill.
Puck is not chill. Puck is very unchill this game, I think.
Yeah, I think against OD though, you don't try anything aggressive on that guy unless you got yourself in a really good position.
Oh yeah, like in the laning stage, yeah, but it's gonna hit this like 8 to 10 minute mark, and he should just be trying to roam around and make things happen. It's really good against the Willow. That hero dies so quickly. It controls all 3 cores really well to allow the Tiny to come in and get damage off.
10 seconds.
I prefer. I don't know whose draft do I prefer.
5 seconds remaining.
I like Minor Atendari's draft much more in comparison to last game.
Yeah, agreed. I think they've got solid lanes this time around. They've got some decent timings to work around, but again, just the way aggressive mode played last game, compare it to the draft they've got this game, and it feels like they're just going to be down Minor Atendari's throats. I can't see Little Pleb having a game. I can't really see Michael having a game either, and I don't think the Timbersaw is going to be able to carry it on himself, so I'm going to have to go aggressive mode for this one.
That's the easy thing to say
It
because
is.
they won
I
so
know,
hard
they-
last time.
They really did wreck it, Ralph, but
You have to try and think of ways that Minor Atendari can win the game. That's the true analysis. I think OD just fine against Puck, right? And is Skyrath tiny enough to kill Timber?
I don't think Skyrath. That's why I said like the Timbersaw's going to have a game for sure, but Fairly Teasy didn't have a good enough game last game to make me think that he's going to be able to carry this one. But I mean, we'll see. I do like being proved wrong. He just needs to carry long enough for Little Pleb to come online. That's the thing. And ODs can carry games. Out of all the heroes in Dota, OD can certainly carry games the hardest. So.
Are you ready for a Heavenly Grace target to get cursed as well and it just finishes straight away?
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
It lasts like half a second.
Yeah. Bloop, bloop. Hello.
That was a very interesting noise you just made.
Thank you. Thanks. I've been working on my my what's it called when you make noises with your mouth? Talking? No.
Sound? Yeah.
Sound noises. There is a word for it. It's not. It's a weird word. I can't remember it right now.
I'll Google it. Hang on.
Making noises with your mouth, not beatboxing. Anyway, Spartan and Skitter making their way to the top lane, along with Lil for now, so maybe looking for some first blood perhaps. Some naughty shenanigans gonna come down. We'll see. Lil leading the charge as Boromir throws down an observer in the mid lane. Guarding it as well.
The best I got was humming and burping.
Okay, that's not useful.
Come on, I'm trying, man.
I'd even argue that you don't burp with your mouth.
30 seconds to battle.
I don't know. You can like control the
Tone.
how intense it is, though, right?
True.
This is like really high tier analysis from us, by the way.
It is. But I hate those people which burp, right? They burp and they make it really loud. They like make a huge mouth and they go like make a huge big deal about it and then say excuse me afterwards. Like, no, you're not like you're or like pardon me. It's like you're not asking for a pardon there, are you? You're just trying to flex in some weird macho way. Like, I don't get it. Meanwhile, 3 bounty runes going this time to Minor Atendari. They actually get a toss back onto Fail It Easy. Getting flashbacks from last game, as I swear the Lich died, but he's going to make it up the cliff with that Timber Chamber. Is Timber Chamber what you want, level 1 on Timbersaw?
That's the thing. It's really not very good, is it? Because now you want the Whirling Death to be able to secure CS and things in the lane. Like, obviously you want reactive armor as well to help tank up. And now it's going to be probably like level 4 before he gets a point in Whirling Death against the Tiny.
Yeah, not sure about that one, Chief. Now Skylar looking in towards Ian running through the trees, trying to hide herself here, but unfortunately, Spartan comes around the other side. Willow in some trouble, getting 1 root off, getting 2 roots off, getting 3. It doesn't really matter. They're just going to chase her down anyways, and the biggest oversight is brought down up in the top lane.
What is this?
Yeah, Lil gets first blood both games as well. Best player of our time. Will be the
Truly,
best player you've ever
truly.
had.
Yeah, if you're a team manager and watching this, then you might want to consider this guy. He might be the best player you've ever had. Oh, Pup gets banished and all the damage come out. What's going on? What have you spotted?
He just missed the CS while the puck was dead. That was all.
Oh, right. Dead. He didn't die. Oh no, up in the top lane, Fail in some trouble again. One more right click will be needed, and Spartan will grab it. That's going to be 2 kills now up in the top lane as Timbersaw really struggling to get into this one. Tri-lane going very well for them right now. Scarlet doesn't really seem to be struggling too much in this bottom lane. He's actually almost drawing with the Bloodseeker when it comes to CS. Not where you want to be. And it doesn't, I mean, this is a problem with Wyvern, right? Like, there's no kill potential in this lane whatsoever. Not against an Omni Knight.
Yeah, I mean, their draft's all about just like this team fight, right? Where they have the curse, they have the terrorize, the rupture. But their laning stage, yeah, not that strong, unfortunately. Nice range creep last hit and deny it there.
Middle tower
Yep.
is under attack.
Do you know what? This rune camera, I was saying yesterday, it doesn't show whether it's top or bottom rune.
You can't tell from the positioning of the pebbles. Why? You seem kind of casual.
Come on, man.
God, you suck. Anyway, Fails could be in some trouble once again, but a nice little root throw back from the Rubik. Now with the Avalanche, the toss is there, but not even needed as a Fable and the right clicks will come in and bring down the Timbersaw once again. 'Tis a very sad ballad, that of the Timbersaw. A man who falls time and time again.
Yeah, God forbid that the Tiny would have got a last hit there for one of the kills.
Yeah.
To make sure that he didn't get that one. Oh.
No, I'm on team support for that one. That guy's getting all the creeps he wants. Like they deserve these kills.
No.
Borneo not particularly healthy in the middle lane. Ugh, using a fairy fire casually, disgusting.
Oh no.
Oh dear, Willow in some trouble, trying to get herself away as Tony even throws in the tree to help out, tosses over a creep, and there we go.
He got one.
Finally grab one. Yeah, there you go.
Radiant's bottom tower
Nice.
is under attack.
Lil's very angry at him. Where's the Timbersaw gone? Oh, he's splitting the creep wave. Okay, so whilst Willow was giving them the run around, he goes and grabs the creeps. Should be able to get away with this.
But he's also splitting the creep wave without reactive armor.
Do you even have level 2 yet?
Dire's top tower
Oh
is
god, he doesn't. Jesus.
It's like 3.5 minutes in, and Spartan's just gonna be chasing you here, right?
Yeah, he's not going to relax. He's got no chill whatsoever as Borneo getting chased quite far under the tower by LaJoya there. That's an annoying Wyvern doing annoying Wyvern things, since they will leave the Bloodseeker to lane up versus the Omni Knight. I mean, Bloodseeker is doing well. He's top of the CS. How much is that going to matter? How much can Michael really do? I mean, the guy's named himself Michael, so clearly not a flashy player.
Interesting.
I didn't realize that's how that works.
I mean, you enter your nickname here. Well, my name's Michael, so good guess to just put Michael in.
That's fair enough, though. It's like Kyle did. Rebranded. It's just much easier.
It's different when you're a talent and, like, you know, you've got a name and everyone knows your name, but I'm sorry, Michael, but no one knows your name.
At least Timber's level 2 now.
Yeah, true. Finally got that 4-minute reactive armor point.
And they're not 2k behind at 4 minutes this time.
Also true. Also true. They're actually ahead. Wait,
No.
no, they're not. No, they're not. I'm looking at the wrong team here. That's on me. Michael running at Skylark right now. Skylark going to try and run through these brambles. The blast comes in. Oh, the Splinter Blast doesn't quite connect. Michael should still finish. He's actually turning around. What a flex, actually. Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Just blood right. Yep, see you later. You're dead. I know I don't have to chase you any further
Oh,
than that.
Timber's going to get a bounty rune, dude. He's doing it.
Wow, this guy getting so much gold for his team. What a player. So, all right, we've reached the first 5-minute mark, and now we really do have a gold advantage for Minor Atendari. Goodness gracious.
I think they got 3 bounty runes, though, right? So.
Yeah,
that makes
they've
sense.
actually had 6 bounty runes this game so far.
Oh wow!
Yeah, big news. Big news.
I told you, this is why they're going to win.
Bounty runes matter. Fail's actually not dying this time either, so huge revelations here in the top lane. Tiny lives, headline story. Bloodseeker
I
still
got a
just
pull
farming
here
out.
as well.
I'm a little bit worried. You know, Bloodseeker is a squishy hero. If
Oh my god.
aggressive
This
mode
creep
decide to
wave.
kill him.
They might be able to try and push the tower with this creep wave. And you see this is why you see Rubik rotating bot straight away. Oh,
Borneo okay here. I think Borneo could be in some trouble. Oh yeah, he's very much in some trouble here as they lay down the pain. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, there's the science coming out, and that's going to put an end to the Timbersaur as well. Well, level 3 on the Skywrath means no more Mr. Nice Timber. They'll bring him down efficiently, quickly, and violently. Meanwhile, Michael being chased a little bit here. I have a feeling he's alright. He's got the Rupture if he really needs it, but he's just going to run himself back out. The Skylark is just going to keep on chasing him. The ping has come out as Michael's like, guys, is this guy going to stop? It's pretty annoying.
There's just two supports sitting there, like, just watching. They're like, you'll make it. You're fine.
Also, I love the way the Wyvern blocked the Willow in the tree so she moves back out into vision. Oh, they cancel the TP. This leaves Fail very, very vulnerable here, and he actually just got it. Was that his salve that got broken there? Not sure. Meanwhile, Skylark, he's been ruptured, but he does have the Heavenly Grace on him, so it's going to get off pretty quickly, but keeps on running through these bramble mazes. They got to chase him a little bit further. The slow comes in, but the lift, the throw back, this should mean that he escapes. Bloodbright comes through, but Skylark runs to the left, gets out okay. He's going to be absolutely hunky-dory, and that is a bit of a costly one there for Minor Atendari as they try to go onto Skylark and don't manage to get the kills. Aggressive mode, holding their lines, keeping it calm.
Yeah, they have to be careful for this Rubik here, though, on the Radiant side. Yeah, like a Fade bot into a Purification is a lot of damage.
Yeah, it certainly is. And the puck just goes down again in the middle lane. Little Pleb tears him inside out. This puck is not having a good time. Getting jumped upon by the Willow and by the OD. And this is what we need to happen. The OD having a good start to the game. He should pick up where this Timbersaur will be unable to do much.
Dire's middle tower.
I mean, the problem is if he ever orbs aggressively to get CS right, he just gets banished. And then any kind of rotation just results in a kill every time now.
Yeah, true. True. Very, very hard to play around. Banish into root. Easy peasy. Borneo trying to farm up as best he can, but look at him. He's very poor. 8 minutes in, and he's got Bossel, null. Quite far down that net worth compared to the OD. 900 gold, lacking. Well, that's what 2 kills will do for you.
Mango tree. Nice.
Yeah, there's some heroes which really, really love finding a mango tree. It just allows them to farm so much faster. Timbersaur is actually one of them. If you just plant a if you plant a mango tree for a Timbersaur somewhere in the in where he wants to farm the jungle, then he can just rip through creep camps like nobody's business. Just spam out one of the deaths.
I thought you were going to say you just put the tree down and then cut it down straight away, but
to create one creep camp. Amazingly, no. Meanwhile, Spartan, he's still chasing here, and that is a very, very short timber chain, but with the trees, should be able to get himself out. Meanwhile, Willow, he's not done. They're going to find themselves, maybe they find themselves Skywrath. Skywrath is able to turn around and just drop down the silence, but unfortunately, he's not getting out of this one. The stun comes through from the Willow. The right clicks are there as well. What? Huh? Alright, never mind, he's good.
Oh,
he's good. Taunting in the ult chat as well. The Skywrath does live. They thought they'd done the damage. They thought they'd killed him. Was that not a arcane bolt from what's the right click? Intelligence orb from OD?
Arcane Orb.
Arcane orb, is that it? I don't bloody
think
know.
so. I'm like 99% sure. Hang on. Yeah, Arcane Orb.
Guess he's a smart dude. Meanwhile, Lil could be in some trouble. Does get a nice lift off. The damage is coming in, but Lil's just face tanking it right now. And with Borneo coming over, they'll be able to find 1 kill. They're looking for more. He's fighting up into Michael. Michael does have to be careful here as once again, I mean, Lil just holding his ground. They're healing him up. He's going to be absolutely fine. Michael on the run. He's going to get out okay, but Lil can't be saved for EN as he gets dropped. Meanwhile, Lil Pleb comes over, but there's not really much for him to do here, so he's going to have to slink back to that middle lane.
That's exactly what I wanted to see from Borneo, though. Just, you've had this really rough lane. Just move around at this like 10-minute mark, like I said before, and just try and make things happen. There's they have a lot of squishy heroes that you can abuse.
Yeah, abuse those squishies. Always a good tactic in Dota. Go for the easy kills.
Whenever I'm playing against you, I always try and kill you.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm usually the to kill anyway, so.
You're playing some really annoying hero, and I'll just run at you over and over again.
Bornea holding the middle lane for now. Clawing back a bit of net worth here. Meanwhile, well, this Gitter is not happy about the Timbersaur's existence. It is just beating into him with his Mask of Madness on the Tiny. This guy does so much damage right now. Meanwhile, another day, another Rupture. This time it's going to be onto the Omni Knight. Omni Knight can just afford to outrun it, though. He doesn't care.
Amazing.
Just jogging along, bleeding. Blood all over the floor. No worries. Doesn't care. Spartan's still holding on to this mango tree.
He's going to surprise them with it in a fight.
Yeah, I still feel like you can give it just like near the Timbersaur, and he will love you forever. But there you go. Talking of Timbersaur, he's very, very dead. Magic damage bursts through him, no problems whatsoever.
This is what we like. This is the problem with the Timbersaur pick that I have. That it's not a free Timber game. Sometimes you see it and you're like, oh my god, this Timber's going to own, right? But it just never felt like that in the draft, that it was going to be one of those kind of Timber games.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ian is getting busy onto Skylark here. Skylark going south, and he's going to probably have any grace onto him. Lil from behind as well, trying to fight up. Can they keep him alive, though? No, they cannot. Down goes the Omni Knight, and now Lil's looking in some trouble as well as the stun comes out onto him. Michael just chopping away, and that's going to be a double kill for him. Down in the bottom lane. Very happy with that one indeed. Bornea, he's searching, though. He's looking for the Willow. Is he going to find him? Needs to get a little bit closer in. Orb's going to come through. Won't quite land. Does find the kill, immediately TPing away. Michael can do nothing about that. There's going to be a free escape there for the puck. A nice little kill onto the Willow as well as he makes a nice rotation in.
Yeah, and Skithers has managed to kill the top tower as well. So lots of gold in their pockets at the moment on the Dire side. At least the OD and the Bloodseeker are having good games though. Like the Timber might not be, but last game none of their heroes were having a good time. At least they've got 2 this time.
It's 2 more than last game. Absolutely.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright. Well, Skitter is the big boy in this game, it looks like, because he's managed to take that net worth advantage. The Bloodseeker has been finding a lot of action down in the bottom lane, and he definitely hasn't been doing a bad job by any means. Finding himself a bunch of kills, but unfortunately with the Tiny just straight up farming up those early kills onto the Timbersaur, puts him in a pretty good position in this game at nearly 6k gold.
Radiant are scanning.
Just trying to put the pressure onto the towers now. Same as last time. This 12-minute mark, you just want to get all the tier 1s if you can. They've taken the one top. They're going to force this one bot, and then I imagine they're just going to start heading over to mid.
And he's getting real busy, and he's actually going to force out a coil from Bornea here. But is he going to be okay? Lil's coming on over.
Oh,
he's going to lift him, throw him back into the damage. But Bornea in some real trouble. But actually managed to get the blink away. And now it's the OD who's in trouble, but he's able to run away from the sideline. But the Fleece is going to follow, and Tiny will grab that kill. And down goes Spartan as well. But Lil Pleb down there makes it totally worth it for Spartan to come in for that one. And, well, aggressive mode. It looks like they might back out for now, but with this rotation in from Tiny, they could look towards this tier 1 tower at mid. And look at that, pinging out immediately. Double damage on the puck as well.
Dude, this Bedlam on Rubik can do so much damage.
It could be pretty painful. Lil is hiding in behind here. Can he find anybody? Not for now. What a turn. And, yeah, Tiny proving himself to be the big boss in this game. And, well, Timbersaur thought he was playing with Skylark, but Spartan, uninvited, turns up to the party. But with all these reactive armor stacks, this Timbersaur is going to be okay for the time being. He's going to give all the farm to Skylark, though.
Do you remember playing games where people would be like, oh, you had to bring a friend to kill me, did you? Like, like kind of thing that mid laners would say to each other.
Yeah,
like, dude, I was owning you. That's what it feels like up top at the moment.
Oh dear, fail. It's easy getting super duper low here, but is able to make his way out, especially with the arrival of Michael in the end. They immediately find themselves a kill. Bornea, though, will be able to jump in and grab that one, but now with the Rupture coming out onto Bornea, he might want to just stay still, but he is going to move over to the Omni Knight, try and get himself healed a bit. Bloodrite comes in, not too sure about that one. They're trying to bring down the Omni here, but that doesn't seem to be possible. And now the return comes in. Lil drops the ultimate, getting on top of the Bloodseeker, blasting him down, but it's not quite enough damage. Bloodseeker gonna fly out of this fight at a million miles an hour. Boromir on the backline, still not dead. Nobody seems to be dying here. Skidder punching into LaJoya, but can't quite finish the job. Little Pleb turns up, forces back the Tiny, and it looks like everything's just gonna diffuse up in the top lane. No one is gonna actually end up winning this fight, as everyone just backs themselves out. The only one really to die was that Wyvern at the very, very start there, I think.
Items dropping everywhere because it's the 15-minute mark now as well.
Yep.
Faded Brooch on the Dire team's really good, actually.
Yeah, even at 16 minutes,
Tiny.
you're not mad about that item.
Like Skywrath, it's really good on as well.
Exactly. And they look towards Lil Pleb here, and that's going to be the signs coming out. Do they have the lift? Lil getting in position. The lift, the Mystic Flare. Is it enough? Yes, it is. They just about finished the job there with the heal out from the Omni Knight, and Ian's going to punish him to the grave. But Michael's coming through. He is fast. He is doing damage right now. A lot of heroes dropping this time around as N will dodge up Boromir, but unfortunately, it looks like they're going to lose out to Michael. Michael is doing it, actually. It's a triple kill. Looking towards Skylark as well, chasing him down at a million miles an hour. Skylark, he's trying to run, but I don't think he's turning it around. He's going for this one. He actually gets the damage. He lives. He actually bloody lives. Skylark just turns it with the Heavenly Grace, with the heal, and lives. And meanwhile, Skinner's like, oh, was there a fight going on? Might be. I was just hitting some creeps.
I mean, he's really farmed at the moment on this Tiny, though.
Yep.
The last few minutes have just been all about this Puck and Rubik, just getting really good initiations off, it feels like. And, yeah, you can see the gold lead because of it. They're having a great time.
Do we get replays, or do we not have the technology?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, what is this? But man, that was really clutch from Skylark, just to see his timing, just go away for his cooldowns, turn around. I mean, sometimes it's maths, sometimes it's just impulse, sometimes you don't have another choice, and that was certainly the case for this Omni Knight here. But he does actually end up winning that little engagement just by getting the heal damage off and making that turnaround play.
They do almost have the Axe on the OD, though, which is a big moment for them. They should really need to try and take some fights around that. You know, all of a sudden, if the Skywrath silences somebody, you know, they try and blow somebody up, they get Astrad up, the fight can turn around really quickly. So it's going to be down to Little Pleb to try and not get caught out at the start of fights. Make sure he can get those Astrals off.
Ooh, Boromir blinking away to safety. Nearly got caught out by a root there, and if that happened, then he would certainly be dead, as Michael's went in behind with that blood right. Meanwhile, Little Pleb still farming up. He's very, very close. A couple more creeps, and he will be on a one-way journey to Aghanim City. This item is very, very strong right now. Oh, another shawl for Boromir. I think he'll probably take that one. Yep.
That's really good on the Skywrath as well, if he wants it.
Yeah, and Boromir gets bored of it. He'll toss it over to the sky, I think.
We have a DD on this Tiny. I don't know how much longer it's got, but they really want to try and make a play down here. Oh, Nether Shell's actually really good on the puck for allowing you to just clear range creeps straight away with an orb. I didn't think about that.
This Tiny is going to be taking a fair few hits from the OD here. He does need to keep his distance, but yeah, this is going to be Skidder just getting melted a little bit too ambitious. Sitting on the front lines of that fight against all the control. And that is also the Aghanim's reveal on Little Pleb as well. So that's a death on the Tiny, something which didn't really want to happen. But you look at this net worth chart, and whilst the game feels very close, it is a 5k gold advantage for the aggressive team.
We have to remember that they did rotate 5 heroes down there to deal and kill off the Tiny. So, like, if you're rotating that many heroes down to get the kill, it means you're not farming on them at the same time.
I mean,
so, yeah, it's good that you kill the Tiny, but it's not like a massive thing.
Yeah, it was a quick one, though. And, you know, there's plenty of creeps to farm in that area. Tiny is a pretty high value target, so in this case, I think I'd say it's okay. But yeah, it's definitely not as just straight up kill on Tiny. Everyone's happy. It is a bit of a difference. It looks like it's a very short pause today, which is nice.
Yeah, not like yesterday. We had quite a few long ones. It was horrendous. But...
Oh dear. There is a storm going. Mind you, I think that's only in the UK. Don't think that matters to anybody except us.
I'm pretty sure all
I think
the
it's gone now as well.
From the UK, right?
yeah, sure. Did you get hit by a storm?
No.
You don't go outside anyway, so.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
Noticed. Be like your car blowing away and like Armageddon outside, and you'll just be there like, God damn it, I lost 25 MMR again.
My goddamn carry player's just feeding again.
Someone's screaming outside as she clutches the pavement, getting blown away by a tornado, and you're just like, oh, shut up, Russians.
Is she losing too?
I know that feeling.
They're trying to make a move.
They want the bounties. Oh, who clicked faster? It was Bornea. He filled up that bottle as well.
Radiant's middle
Of
And
course,
it's
it's the
value.
good player.
We're too late for the outpost, though, and that's actually the Dire getting both outposts. Feels pretty bad. And I'm going to take back this top outpost as well.
Barney has like, no.
Yeah.
Just,
I don't
just
care if
not-
it's 10 minutes until it comes back up again. We're taking this outpost back. Get in the bin.
Invis rune on the bot side, because I can spot the pebbles.
Yep, good job. Definitely not the light shining from the middle towers.
No, definitely not. I definitely did look at the mini-map just to make sure. This BKB on Tiny is going to be a big moment for the Dire side. Looks like they're trying to make a play before they have it, but good holding of the high ground by Minor Atendari.
Every time you say
Clumsiness.
big moment for the Dire side, I always just think of like your classic, American white girl being like, this is a big moment for me, don't ruin it. And looks like Scarth is trying to do exactly that as he's getting chain lockdown here by a little pleb, and then he's going to get on top of him and make sure he's beat down into the dirt.
They have Chakram on Rubik, which is pretty good. But again, like, they're 5 heroes, right? Like, they're finding these kills, but they're not farming at the same time, so they're just, like, nothing changes.
Yeah. Nothing ever changes in war or something.
Dire's
Or
middle
some
tower
shit like
is
that.
under
War never changes.
Dire's top
I say whilst
are
drinking
fortified.
whiskey and smoking a cigar. Bornea sees Michael. Michael sees Bornea.
Gentlemen's
Dire's
agreement, don't
middle
hit each
tower
other.
has
Yep.
fallen.
Don't break it, Michael. He's a good lad, Michael.
Okay, Lil has Blink now. It's pretty good, actually. Means now that the Skywrath
Tower is under
like
attack.
wants to go on somebody, they can set up with a Blink lift from the Rubik.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that he's gone 4-4-1 as well. I think if you're not doing that on Rubik, you should probably be doing it.
Radiant's bottom tower
Lift
under
is
attack.
a really good scaling ability now. Didn't used to be.
What's the how long does it stun for at level 4?
At level 4, what do you mean, the lift, or do you mean the bit where it hits the ground?
The lift.
The lift is 2 seconds at level 4. And I think it's like 0.8 at level 1, I think.
Ah, okay. That's quite significant then.
Yeah, so it goes up by 0.4 every level. And then you have the stun duration increases when it hits the floor as well. And the cooldown decreases by 4 seconds. Like, it's quite a lot.
Yeah, very nice, pretty nice. Puck did go for the phase shift attacks, by the way. Again, this has been pretty common, actually. We haven't seen many people choosing the magic amp still. Even though they changed it a little bit, reduced the damage Puck gets at level 15, or moved it to level 10 and reduced the damage he gets from it. And a bunch of other things as well. But
Under attack.
it's still a really nice talent. Just clearing creep waves is so invaluable. Bornea actually jumping forwards here, but they do start pinging in. The science comes down onto the timber source. They've given away a lot of information here already, but they're TPing more heroes over on the Radiant. They're looking to try and take this fight. Little Pleb taking to the front line. Skidder coming forward, so he has got that BKB. Got to use it and start bashing into that Timber Sword. Timber Sword, though, does get himself away. Meanwhile, the backlines, they've been able to bring down Spartan, so it's a good start to the fight for the Minor Atendari. But now
Sanity,
Michael
please.
needs to be careful. They're trying to control up as best they can. Little Pleb, though, holding back on that Sanity's Eclipse for the time being. Meanwhile, Fel's still alive somehow, and he's getting on top of this Puck. Meanwhile, Michael on the run. These low HP heroes making him pretty damn quick. Nice jump away from Bornea down the cliff as well. He is really giving them the runaround right now. Michael getting faster and faster. Meanwhile, the OD in some trouble. Michael coming over to help him out. They found the Tiny in the tree. Should be brought down, but he's just turning around and fighting. And with the toss, he might get the kill. No, will not. Michael still lives. Meanwhile, in comes Bornea to get the kill off onto EN. Meanwhile, Fails is still alive in the backlines. Gets another kill. This time onto Lil. But Bornea is on top of him, and surely this is the end. There comes Yorb. There comes a kill. Down goes the Timber Saw. And finally, this fight shall end. And Michael will just run himself away. I'm struggling to figure out who the big winner was here.
I mean, Skylark bought back in the fight, I'm pretty sure. So the Radiant have done okay there, I
yeah.
think. I don't know if anybody else bought back, but I honestly thought he was going to drop the Sanities quicker on the OD. I feel like if they could try and blow up this Tiny really quickly, would have helped a lot, but he held it for a long time.
He did. Yeah, I'm surprised by that as well.
Trying to just build up the stacks first makes sense, but
Yeah, always tempting to try and hold it, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to give the enemy an edge in the team fight by not just bursting someone like that as quickly as possible. So I feel like things could have gone better, but it's very hard to say without having some kind of clairvoyance. Clairvoyance and casting.
Boroniha's doing a really good job of just dancing around these fights, so they're really struggling to keep on top of it. Oh, he's got a Deso now as well. Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be hitting pretty hard. More arrows in the quiver of aggressive mode.
Dire's
Ooh, an
top
orb of
tower
destruction
is
on the
under
Bloodseeker.
attack.
He likes that one very much.
Yeah, 25 minutes, tier 3 items out now, so... I'd expect him to see the Dire trying to find these jungle camps just to try and get one of their own before this fight kicks off, to be honest.
Yeah, he's moving on the front lines. They're going to look over towards the Timbersaw. He's just jumped straight in. A beautiful call, but then comes the BKB from Michael immediately. So they bring down Spartan, but he's going to buy back into that one. Now in comes the curse, but onto whom? Meanwhile, well, they're fighting up at the front lines right now. Michael could be in some trouble. Fear's actually going to connect onto him, sending him back. And they will isolate EN and should be able to bring down this Willow all by herself. No one here to help out. Meanwhile, the rest of Minor Atendari just healing up at the shrine, and in comes a Puck. This man is very brave indeed, but what do they really have to deal with him? I like the way they're trying to position. Oh, is he getting himself away? Another
Yes,
face
blink.
shift. Yeah, he should be able to get it
Oh,
off.
he doesn't-
All the 2 centimeter. I think he might be dead as he comes out the other. No, that's not quite enough damage. Lil Pleb. Oh, never mind. Yes, it is. Lil Pleb will bring him
the
down.
Skitters came out as well.
Skidder, though, on the front lines with the Heavenly Grace blasting into Lil Pleb. Lil Pleb needs to find his way. He's just turning around and fighting. Never mind. He doesn't need to find away from him. He just turns around and brings the pain. Meanwhile, Scarlet down the sidelines trying to kill down EN. EN's fine, though. They're going to look for more. It's going to be Skylark who's the target. Silence comes out, but not before he gets up the Heavenly Grace. Very short silence as Michael continues chasing right now. He hasn't got Rupture for another 10 seconds, realizing that he probably needs to change target right now. In comes the Shadow Amulet, but Spartan's going to go down all the same. It doesn't really make a difference. What started out as a Roche attempt for aggressive mode has suddenly turned into a disaster for them as they lose nearly everybody. And now they move into the Roche pin themselves. And if they take this Aegis, it's going to be very difficult for them to find this Bloodseeker, or maybe they give it to the OD, I'm not sure, but either way, these are targets you do not want to have an Aegis on them.
Yeah, they're really struggling to find a way to bring down these 2 cores in the OD and the Bloodseeker at the moment. Boroniha, there were 2 sanities going, 2 Astros going on at once. The first one happened on him, and the second one was on a Heavenly Grace Tiny. So, like, as soon as the Puck popped out of his, he got hit by the second one because the Tiny's one was so short.
Yeah. I was wondering about that, but yeah, the Pug just got... no, not the Pug, sorry. Who was it who got minced there?
Yeah, it was Boroniha on the Puck.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? So did he buy back into that one?
No, he kind of just accepted his loss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did die, didn't he? Played around for a bit, but in the end it wasn't worth. Do get the Titan Sliver, which is going to be very nice on the Tiny. He's already got the Sanjin Yashas, so increasing that status resistance a little bit further. Pretty
Radiant's
key.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
It feels like
Dire's top tower
the raid,
is under attack.
like with the team composition that they have, should always be stronger than the Dire now. Like, at what point in the game are the Dire going to be stronger, right?
Top tower
Like, this Timbersaw is really
Yeah.
starting to scale now. He's come back in farm.
Yeah. Well, things are looking dodgy. I mean, unless this Puck gets some, like... He's already got a decent amount of damage, but... feel like he needs even more again. The Tiny as well. He's got that BKB and it just doesn't seem to be doing enough for him.
is under attack.
But still, you know, you always have the Omni Knight. Omni Knight is a very strong hero for this, as Tiny just destroys that tower.
Catapult gets the last hit, though. Easy.
Oh. Yeah, big man with tree versus catapult.
I wonder what they feel like, how they want to make their next move, though, on the Dire side now after that kind of, like, catastrophe. Like, do they feel like they can still just easily take fights even though there's an Aegis up, or they just... I think they have to just try and wait now. I say that. And that is one of the most triggering things when you can't see Mystic Flare, because it's a visual bug.
Oh, okay. It's one of those effects which isn't considered a priority effect, therefore doesn't load unless your camera's close to it. Probably should be a priority effect, but there you go.
I think Ghost Ship's one of those as well from Kunkka, which is really annoying.
Why? Yeah,
Like,
who wants to
there's
see these
been
ultimate spells anyway?
There's been some problems with, like, seeing Ghost Ship when it comes in from fog and stuff. Like, it doesn't show up.
Oh, Spartan's getting greedy. The team are waiting, but it doesn't look like they're quite quick enough here. And they won't actually be able to get Spartan killed here. Not bad. Well, Pleb is on pretty low HP here also, so there's maybe an opportunity for them to go, but Fel's actually trying to deal with Boromir. Boromir's just going to send him up into the air. Actually, I think that was... Yeah, no, that was Boromir's yours. Interesting.
Invisibility.
I think the Timber used him to stop him from being able to jump to his orb.
Yes.
And then...
Oh, minus 9-second waning rift cooldown over the plus 50% illusory orb speed and distance.
He went for the waning rift, did he?
He did indeed.
Yeah. I like that talent a lot. It goes down to like a 5-second cooldown silence or something, which when you're playing against OD is really big.
Yeah, and with the mobility it gives you also, very good.
That should help.
Let me just check how long. I think it's 5 seconds.
I actually think
4
it's about...
seconds.
Is it 4 seconds?
Yeah.
So can you keep someone permanently silenced?
I think the silence lasts 3.5 it lasts.
Okay.
So close.
So you got 0.5 second to get an orb off, OD. Good luck.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Or push BKB,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
which he does have.
I mean, he can do that whether he's silenced or not, though.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, it's not, the end of the world for him that this puck can just keep silencing him. Because he has this BKB now, right?
BKB didn't exist, then he'd be screwed, for sure.
Yeah.
Basher picked up from the Bloodseeker. Coming to him in the career. That's going to be Missile Blade one day, but for now, it'll just remain as a little Bashy. Gives his kilo across to the Wyvern, it looks like. Meanwhile, Scudder, he's going for the Daedalus. Let's pick up a lot. Burst potential is very, very important. It's what they've been lacking for a while. Meanwhile, Skyrath, he's taken the shrine, the outpost. My biggest question here is why?
They used to terrorize for him, though, so it's not the end of the world.
Well, I mean, it just seemed like a pointless death.
It's fine. He's up in 40
Space?
seconds anyway.
I don't know, man. That was a weird one. What did that shrine actually do for you?
Radiant's middle tower
map
is
control?
under attack.
0.2 seconds of map control, great.
Yeah, feels pretty good. You got him to use Rupture and Terrorize, so I actually think that's worth it.
No. Oh, okay. He's going to go double damage. He's coming in from behind, perhaps? Maybe? No? No?
Okay, so
What are we
Aegis
gonna
is
do?
gone
Come on.
now as well.
Yeah, it's a good time to fight, I feel.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Rupture is down for another, like, 5 seconds or something. And there he goes, get on the front lines, bashing into the OD. OD could be in some real trouble. Can they finish the job? Yes, they can. Look at that crit, 1,300. And now they're looking for more. The right clicks coming through. Goodbye, LaJoya. Oh, God, Bloodseeker, you're a very ambitious man, but unfortunately, ambition can be the same as foolish in some circumstances. But what else can he do? They will fall under aggressive mode's double damage, Rude and Tiny. They are feeling his full girth right now, and they can look for maybe a middle tier 2 tower. That's what's being pinged out currently. Ian is in position to do something here, but unfortunately, I don't think she can really do much. Meanwhile, Fel just trying to push out bottom. 6,100 damage dealt from that Tiny. And that was...
Do you know what that whole fight happened? It's because Skyrath went for the top outpost before. It was all Spartan.
All a perfectly executed, calculated, executed plan. My god, the Skyrath a genius. Actual genius. Spartan,
Radiant's middle
the
tower
Greek
has
god
fallen.
of thinking good.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, I didn't realise that was in the mythology. Oh, wow.
Didn't read that part of the Greek texts. Skitters up to the high ground, bashing away on that tower. Look at the damage this Tiny does. Feel my big stone sword. Whack, whack, whack. Melee barracks are starting to fall. What can you do? Is there any hope left? Well, there certainly is. I mean, the Bloodseekers come back in 17 seconds, choosing not to buy back for this one because they want to kind of not give them an opening to win this game. But at the same time, I do feel like losing that barracks is a really big shift in momentum for this game.
Under attack.
Yeah, I mean, I said before that I didn't know when the Radiant would look worse. All of a sudden, the Aegis goes and they carry on hanging around top for some reason.
Yeah, give a double damage rune to a Tiny with crits, and all of a sudden everybody looks worse. I don't know what they were waiting for that puck to do that. It seemed like a pretty easy escape, just watching him go. Bye, puck. See ya.
Yeah, but just in case he messes up,
True. Might forget to press his spells. Can happen.
He might sneeze and then like hit a wrong button or something.
Cat runs into the keyboard.
Sorry, my dog ate it.
Purification.
Oh, Skylark has a halberd. Wow. Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
And a BKB.
I don't have any pets right now, but when I used to live with my parents' dog, he used to really like sitting on my lap, but then he was also a very defensive dog, so if he had anybody at the door or anything, pretty much any noise at all, to be honest, he would leap off my lap to go and bark at whatever it was. And unfortunately, he got his leg tangled up in my headphone cords quite often, so it would usually involve in him launching off my lap and then falling over mid-air and then ripping my headphones off my ears and
I like to
destroying the headphones. I went through so many headphones in that period, and it was just a mess.
In my head, I like to imagine this headphones being stuck to your head and you like being dragged along the floor by the
Just
dog.
smashed into my chair, smashed along the floor. Dog runs outside. I'm just like, oh god, help me.
And then your like legs stuck in the chair as well, so that's coming along behind you.
Yeah. Cartoonish. Yeah, no, it was a bad times. But since then, I haven't really
Dire
had a
are
pet
scanning.
since. We've got a friend who's got a budgie. The thing just screams the entire time. So it's a bit like just
I like
playing
budgies though, they're quite
Dota
fun.
pubs anyway.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this OD is, it is not a bother, but a nice curse comes in trying to save the day, but in comes the ultimate from Omni Knight to respond to that one. Meanwhile, Skidder held still for a very short time. He has got his Heavenly Grace on him, and he's free to just smash away at people, but he's not really getting the right clicks off onto the little pleb. He needs a little bit more, but that is a little bit more. In comes a toss with the Mystic Flare. The OD is brought down. He has the buyback should he want to use it, but it looks like this fight might well be over. They've got the Bloodseeker as well. He's dead to rights, gone and dusted. They're looking for more. Willow going for the TP out of this one. Meanwhile, Boromir on the front lines. Willow gets herself away, but unfortunately the Timbersaw will not. He did Lotus Orb that arcane. That was very confusing. I was really struggling to figure that one out. But Lil stole the arcane imprisonment and then used it on a Lotus Orb Timbersaw. So we had two non-OD targets with OD being dead. Astraled up, which was just destroying my mind. But we got it.
Yeah, and they can just wait for the second Rosh now as well. The OD and the Wyvern both walk back. I think the OD popped his BKB a little bit early in that fight. And he kind of like, he used Astra on the Tiny, came out, and then the Tiny popped his BKB like a few seconds afterwards. And it meant that the OD couldn't really do anything to him. And Skit was just kind of like hitting the Bloodseeker and the OD just by himself while everybody dealt with the supports.
Yeah, the BKB advantage is a serious issue, which you need to be cognizant of. And now they have a win condition. Lil Pleb did end up buying back there. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but that does really open up a window here for aggressive mode to finish this one out. If they can get the kill onto OD, then I really doubt they can take any fights. But of course, that's going to involve not losing anybody there for themselves.
This courier in the Roche pit as well is scouting as soon as it spawns for the Dire side.
Yeah, which is going to be very shortly indeed. At 3, 2, 1, and he's there. And the pings come out immediately. They are already in the Roche pit, pretty much ready to take down the big boy, Roshan, his Aegis. What's he have with him? He should have a cheese or something now, right?
I think he has the Dream Call Rapid Fire talent on Puck, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does. It's the one on the left.
Oh my god. Hold me.
I'm ready. I sure hope they're not contesting.
It's like Roshan has CCTV installed.
Oh.
They are contesting, actually, as there's a Chakram in the pit. Puck has been bashed up, but he's trying to finish the job anyway. Puck fighting with Roshan, and now he's getting feared out of the pit, so it's just Roshan on his own now. He's chilling. There we go. All right,
Okay.
we now know what's happening, and it looks like they scared them out of the pit. Quite literally, with the Willows.
Stacking Astrals on the Tidy. Poor guy.
Get those charges up. I mean, these long drawn-out engagements favor the OD. Oh, nice jump in from the Pug, and immediately used up. Pug should still find the. Well, oh my God! Look at the damage. He actually just used to drop the coil onto EN, so he's just going to buy back into this one. They could actually take this fight. Skidder's fighting up, but he's pretty much getting jumped on by Michael here. Skylark also found himself a double damage route at some point during this. Now Skidder is going around, looping into the rest of the team as they outside stuff and running away from Boromir. But Boromir is just on top of them right now. Skidder's going to go for the easy kill. No, he's right. He's going to toss him over to the OD. OD getting beaten down by Skylark and Boromir as Tiny deals with LaJoy and now comes over. Lil Pleb, he's in some trouble. He doesn't have buyback. He needs help and he needs it now, but Fire's going to come into this one. But what can he really do? The yours comes out, but the OD is dead. 105 seconds. No Outworld Devourer. They're going to toss up the Timbersaw as well. Timber is probably going to be taking a bit of a nap right now. The yours comes out. He goes north, but they are just going to actually ignore him here and try and go for the finish. And maybe the Bloodseeker was there at it as well. Bloodseeker should be okay from that one as Boromir goes to finish the job. Needs a crit if he wants to finish the job here. Oh, he's got a silence, but the yours.
Nice dodge on the orb.
He's just gonna ulti him.
The Dream Call Rapid Fire!
Wow!
He got him!
He got him. He bloody got him. Okay, so the Dream Core Rapid Fire just caused 2 solo kills, which is kind of disappointing, but, you know, it did its job.
Oh, they called it.
Yeah, they called it. They tap out. GG is called, and despite
silence.
Really, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty way to end the game, but aggressive mode do take the series 2-0 over Minor Atendari. Well, that was a bit more of an exciting game. You know, Minor Atendari able to pick up the pace a little bit, but still not looking promising for these guys, unfortunately. Some pretty key mistakes in the mid-game there, given aggressive mode the advantage, and then just letting things slip from there on out.
Yeah, when they managed to get that first Aegis, I was thinking, oh, they might actually, you know, be able to do this here. And then they don't get anything done in the 5 minutes afterwards. The Aegis runs out, and aggressive mode just turn up, kill the OD and the Bloodseeker, and that was it. It felt afterwards.
Yeah, not much more to do from there on out. So, game number 2 goes to aggressive mode, which is going to draw it over to a 2-0 over Minor Atendari, sending Minor Atendari down to the lower bracket because there is no group stages here. We're straight into playoffs, and aggressive mode will be moving forward in their bracket to place the winner of the other match, which, who was that? May remind me. Is that the Chicken Fighters game, or is that...
It was OG
OG Seed, yes, you're right. So, aggressive mode versus OG Seed will be the next one in these playoffs. What do you think is going to happen in that game?
I assume OGC should win that game. But we've got lower bracket now anyway. Who cares about upper bracket, dude?
Yeah, who cares about that garbage? You've got Minor Atendari versus Moriarty, I believe.
No, we've got Viking against Moria.
Oh, Viking versus Moriarty. Okay. That's I can work with that. So, favoured on that series? I think that's Viking, right?
Yeah, I think it has to be Viking. They had a really close series up against Godsent yesterday, and I think Moriarty looked a bit up and down, so we'll have to see, mate. But my boy Adzantic playing for Team Moriarty, so who knows?